thoughts on the Kurt Angle Invitational tonight?
I beat Kurt Angle for a world title.
Yeah, but part of the Invitational, like 15 men all fighting to face Kurt Angle. You must be really excited, yeah?
I beat Kurt Angle for a world title.
Okay, well, surely it must be quite an honour that you've been invited by Kurt Angle himself to partake in this match.
I beat Kurt Angle for a world title.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
This opportunity that I've been looking forward to. This opportunity means everything to me. It's my entire life has come to this point. The opportunity to face the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. This is never going to happen again. We're never going to get this opportunity, and I need to put it first. So I'm going to put what happened last week to the side for now. But Joseph Connors, if I get my hands on you, revenge is coming.
Tonight, it's me and 14 other dickheads in the Kurt Angle Invitational. I'm going to throw every single one of them over the top rope. Kurt Angle, I'm going to be seeing you later.
Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble. 14 other men, plus me. But I'm not really an ordinary man. I am a wrestler. A mighty wrestler! The Iron Man, Joe Coffey. And I will be the last man standing tonight. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
The Kurt Angle Invitational, an opportunity to face Kurt Angle one-on-one. And why would Doug Williams want that opportunity? Because already on October the 6th, I'll be facing Cody Rhodes. But let me tell you something, if I have the chance, it's 2 imports in one night. I'm going to do it, because I'm Doug Williams, I'm indestructible, the ambassador of British wrestling. Some call me Mr. Brexit. And that means Cody Rhodes and Kurt Angle, back to America you go, both beaten by the ambassador, Doug Williams.
The Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble. 14 men to fall victim to the villain. And then you, Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, you shall be the biggest victim of them all. Because you might be the master of the ankle lock. But I am the master and the reinventor of the cross-faced chicken wing. Kurt Angle, what culture? Pro wrestling. Remember these words. Long live the villain.
I think we're good to go, so we'll just... Rampage, hi, sorry. In fact, so good you're here. While we've got you, can we just get a quick word about the Kurt Angle? That's Rampage.
It is the kind of opportunity that can send a wrestler's career into the stratosphere. Tonight, one of 15 men will advance to face the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle, at Refuse to Lose on October the 6th. But first, to get there, they're going to have to beat 14 other men in the Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble.
And not just 14 other men, Dave Bradshaw, 14 hungry, determined and motivated talents from across the wrestling world with one sole focus, and that is to face and then beat Kurt Angle and cement themselves as one of the top independent wrestlers in the world today.
Our general manager, Adam Pacitti, is going to set the ball rolling on this crucial 15-man rumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is the Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble. The rules are as follows. 2 men will begin in the ring. Every 2 minutes, another participant will enter. Elimination occurs in 3 ways: by pinfall, submission, or by being thrown over the top rope. Both feet must touch the floor. without further ado, the first participant of the...
Who's it going to be?
Hailing from Thirsk, North Yorkshire.
Yes! Ah, Dave!
Weighing in at apparently 180 pounds, Martin Kirby!
Get out your glow sticks! Jump up and down, begin to dance, because not only the best ring music in WCPW is about to kick in, but when that bad boy drops, we're going to see the man that just beat Will Ospreay. We're going to see Martin Kirby.
Do you buy fresh glow sticks every night for this?
I love it. It's amazing. But don't let the glow sticks fool you. Don't let the funky, weird, sort of 1990s house music fool you, which I'm banging into. Martin Kirby was treated as a joke. He was overlooked. He was considered somebody who was just a comedy act here in WCPW. And then he beat Will Ospreay, one of the most talked about men in the planet, and proved his worth here. I tell you what, Kirby may just go all the way.
If he were to win this, it would be an achievement right up there with his defeat of Ospreay, because Martin Kirby has drawn number one, the worst place to be in a Rumble. He's got to survive from the start all the way to the finish if he wants to face Kurt Angle.
The second entrance hails from Los Angeles, Mexico.
Wow. Oh. God.
Weighing in at 161 pounds, the Mexican sensation, El Ligero!
Plenty of recent history between El Ligero and Martin Kirby. Ligero beating Kirby at Built to Destroy.
Oh, he didn't just beat him at Built to Destroy. He psychologically molested him, forcing him to wear a dress in front of a worldwide audience. I mean, that's the kind of thing that will scar a man for life. Oh. I mean, he looked good in the dress, but still, I mean, it was a horrible
Did not
thing.
look good at all.
Cracking pair of legs.
Ligero definitely had Kirby's number last time they met. Perhaps advantage to Kirby this time though. You see Ligero holding his neck, still suffering the after effects of that loss to the WCPW World Champion, Joseph Connors, and I wonder whether the Mexican sensation may come to regret answering that open challenge, because it may have damaged his chances of facing Kurt Angle.
Well, I'll give Ligero credit for three reasons. Number one, he took the WCPW champion to the limit, and that's impressive. Not only did he take him to the limit, but he still walked out for this match, and that's impressive. But most importantly, he is the third most famous Mexican wrestler we've seen on this episode.
Not this again. No. Stop it right now. Ligero is indeed pulling double duty. And not only that, but like Kirby, having to take this from the very beginning, an extremely disadvantageous position for Kirby and Ligero as the Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble gets underway.
And look at the difference between these two men now since the last time they wrestled, because Kirby was a joke and now he silenced these critics, and Ligero was undefeated until earlier tonight when he was beaten. So I'm going to put all my money on Kirby. And you know, Kirby, do you know who he reminds me of as a man who wasn't taken seriously to begin with? Kurt Angle. And look how Kurt Angle ended up.
Well, he does have Ligero going for the cover. I will agree that Kirby, in terms of how irritating he can be, he does have shades of early Kurt Angle.
Wow.
Back when he was first in WWE in 1999 and 2000. What a rookie year Angle had, winning the Intercontinental European Championships, then went on to be King of the Ring, and by October of 2000 was the WWE World Champion. Oh, Kirby is almost out. Kirby is clinging on.
Look at that.
A slightly unsporting way to get out of that situation, but nonetheless, Kirby back in the ring.
It was a textbook crotch block. I mean, you know, it takes balls to be able to stop yourself landing on the floor in that way. Unfortunately for El Ligero, it was his balls.
Kirby going to charge at El Ligero, and just to recap the rules here as Kirby goes in hard in the middle. Just to recap the rules, on this Rumble you can be thrown over the top rope, as is traditional in this kind of match, but also eliminations can happen by pinfall or submission, as Adam Pacitti said.
and that's what makes it so dangerous as a competitor. Because normally in a Royal Rumble Battle Royal, that's totally unfair.
Yeah, that's a receipt, is what that is.
Oh, lucky! It's very lucky Laguerro's got big hands. But the count's on, Dave. Who's next? Who's number 3?
He's still holding on. Who's going to be the third man of 15?
And introducing entrant number 3 from Auckland, New Zealand, the Kiwi Buzzsaw, Travis Banks.
Now this will be interesting. There's no love lost between Travis Banks and Martin Kirby, who were tag team partners at Stacked. They picked up the win against Liam Slater and Gabriel Kidd, but at no point in that match were they on the same page.
And I tell you what, I mean, Travis Banks is a guy that impressed me when we saw him at Stacked. This is possibly the greatest export to come from New Zealand since Frodo.
All you can think of with New Zealand is Lord of the Rings.
And the Bushwhackers, but I don't want to mention their Royal Rumble record.
Anyway, Kirby picking up El Ligero, and Travis Banks saying before this match he's going to bring New Zealand's strong style into this Rumble. Ligero's been up there an awfully long time.
All the blood's going to rush to his horns.
Banks quite content to just watch this one go on. Well, he's starting to get a little bit agitated. Kirby, in a slightly trademark move, changing that into an eye poke. What's Banks going to do? Banks, a very dangerous man. We saw in that tag match I was talking about, it gave Liam Slater a bloody nose. He is a hard hitter, to say the least. Travis is trying to do what Kirby did and do it better. As this competition between these two former tag partners continues.
Greco-Roman eye poke there by Martin Kirby. No one does it better.
You know, if you get outsmarted by Martin Kirby, you've got to take a long, hard look at yourself.
What are you trying to say? The guy beat Will Ospreay. Have you forgotten that? Is your memory that short?
Did beat. That was between the top and middle rope, so Kirby not eliminated. But Banks might be. Banks on the ring apron. Kirby's picked him up. If you drop him, he's out. Drop him, Kirby. Again, not the sharpest tool in the drawer, Martin Kirby.
There must be a method to his madness. There must be a strategy here. I can't quite work it out, but give me time.
I think you're giving him too much credit.
Who's out next?
Entrant number 4.
Introducing entrant number 4, the villain, Marty Scurll.
Marty Scurll had a remarkable contest against Will Ospreay at Stacked. Came out on the losing end that night, but remains one of the top wrestlers in the world. Certainly one of Britain's top exports, and he must be among the favourites to win this one.
Well, he's the current Progress Wrestling champion, Dave. And could you imagine if the current Progress champion took on Kurt Angle in WCPW's ring? I mean, that'd be controversial on all sorts of levels.
I would pay good money to see Scurll versus Angle. Scurll puts those boots up. El Ligero in trouble, but he counters. Ligero has Scurll in a Boston Crab position into a slingshot. Scurll turns that into a DDT on Kirby. Ligero in trouble maybe. Ligero is just inches away from elimination.
And Scurll's going for the fingers.
Scurll, nothing pretty about this, just trying to get him out by any means necessary.
This is bad for Ligero because there's 3 men with bad attitudes and they're all against the Mexican sensation of one way or another. Look at this.
Banks taking the fight to Scurll instead, and that is a blessing for Ligero. As you say, it looks like it was going to be 3-on-1.
And this is good because as these 4 men just batter the crap out of each other, I have money riding on this.
On who?
Well, I'll be telling. Oh, look at that. Well, I will tell you. I've bet 2 separate lots of money. I did a whip around here with some of the fans here at Newcastle, and I have money riding on 2 big names. You ready for this?
Okay.
Number 1 is EC3, a man who's already beaten Kurt Angle. And number 2 You ready? It's a name so good, I'm going to say it 3 times. Moose, Moose, Moose. Who's going to eliminate Moose?
This sounds like a slightly crooked sweepstakes if you've managed to get 2 of the most successful wrestlers over in TNA. How was the lottery decided?
Well, I used your name for one of them.
You are so corrupt.
Come on, Moose.
Who's number 5?
Introducing entrant number 5 from Ayr, Scotland, Drew Galloway!
Well, your money might be literally on EC3 and Moose. I'll take Drew Galloway, Alex, and I'll tell you why. Galloway is the only man in this contest to have been in a... Oh, God, look at the strength. He's the only man in this contest to have been in a WWE Royal Rumble, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
You know what, Dave? I would have agreed with you until Stacked, when Drew Galloway disrespectfully beat Doug Williams, and since beating Mr. Brexit, Galloway is dead to me.
What's he? Oh God! What's he supposed to do? Lie down for Doug?
He's a British wrestling legend, and Galloway beat him. So I mean, I would agree with you, but Galloway is no longer on my love list. I mean, it's a short list anyway.
Scurll and Banks double teaming Galloway. Galloway, by the way, is British as well, for the record.
He's Scottish.
Yes, which is part of Britain. Oh! Banks is out. Travis Banks, the first man eliminated.
Travis Banks has been eliminated.
Oh!
Well, does that count?
No. Well,
Martin Kirby has been eliminated.
Come on. How is that even a thing?
Banks and Kirby, the bad blood continuing, and it's resulted in both men being sent to the showers.
If there's one thing Sky News has taught me in recent times, it's never trust the Banks. And that's the mistake that Kirby made. Look at this chop. Oh my God. Oh.
Galloway showing some of that intensity that's got him so far in the wrestling world. Already competed against Kurt Angle on 2 separate occasions. It's 1 win apiece. We could have the rubber match at Refuse to Lose if Galloway can win this, and I think he just might.
But look at Scurll. I mean, he may need reconstructive nipple surgery after that series of chops, but there's no give in Marty Scurll. I mean, the villain took Will Ospreay to the limit, and now it looks like he's going to take Drew Galloway up into the lights. Could you? Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, countered by Galloway.
Well, maybe that wasn't such a great idea. He gets an A for effort. Come on, Moose, Moose, Moose. Can't even tell you how much I got riding on this guy, but he's got to be next. Come on.
Who's going to be entrant number 6?
Entrant number 6, Gabriel Kidd.
Much to the chagrin of Prince Amin, he was not invited by Kurt Angle to compete here. Gabriel Kidd was. And this man, Gabriel Kidd, the only man in this contest who was not even alive when Kurt Angle won his gold medal at the Atlanta Olympics.
Well, that's because he's 19, Dave, and there's a lot that comes from youth and energy, but he's in there with experience and aggression. Oh, Amin's got a mic.
I'm contractually obliged to do whatever I say. I don't know why Kurt Angle didn't pick me in the first place. So you know what, kid? I'm taking your spot.
Well, that sounds fair.
Yeah, he can't do that.
Get up. If you don't do it, you're fired from What Culture Pro Wrestling.
Make a tag. Go on, tag him in.
You can't make a tag in a rumble.
Well, apparently Martin Kirby could get eliminated by somebody who got eliminated in front of the referee, so why can't he make a tag? Seeing as Adam Pacitti is making the rules up as it goes along. There you go. And look at that. Oh, I'm just seeing it now. Amin v Angle. It's box office. Box office.
Amin v Angle. Speaking of making up the rules as you go along, I thought the whole point of an invitational rumble was you had to be invited.
I'll tell you what, if they did Kurt Angle versus Amin in India, that would be like a stadium sellout.
It's not going to be in India.
I'm just saying, if it was, it'd be, oh God. They do what TNA's attempted to do 1,000,000 times and failed. Run a show in India, so I'm told.
We await the next arrival.
Entrant number 7, the Iron Man, Joe
Joe Coffey looking to get back to winning ways after his loss to Moose in the opening contest of Stacked. Coffey's got to be among the favourites here as well, don't you think?
I mean, yeah, the Iron Man's been impressive in every performance, but I don't know. He's got a low centre of gravity, he's got incredible stamina, that's why they call him the Iron Man, but he's up against the mean, so... he's going for...
Yeah, giant swing by the Iron Man.
Oh, look at all the money falling out of Amin's pockets.
He's not even wearing pockets, you idiot. Amin into the corner. Kidd is still fuming on the stage. He's been humiliated not once but twice. That spinning discus on Amin.
Black Coffee. Oh, now first pinfall elimination.
Prince Amin has been eliminated.
And don't forget, Laguero's been in there since number 2. Marty since number 4. And the biggest man in the match, Drew Galloway, is squaring up against the thickest, deepest man in the match. And when I say thick and deep, I mean that is a low centre of gravity to try and eliminate.
I would say Martin Kirby was the thickest man in the match, but I mean that in a different
Will
sense.
you just shut up about Martin Kirby? Come on, Moose. I know he's not here yet, but I'm anticipating.
Look at these chops from Galloway. These uppercuts from Coffey on Galloway. Goes for that Black Coffee again. Galloway. Look at that boot to the face.
I tell you what, if it wasn't for what he did to Doug Williams, I'd really have put... Oh, go on, Marty!
Oh, my goodness!
Brilliant!
Oh, my goodness!
Brilliant!
Galloway has been eliminated.
What a villain! That was the highlight of the match so far.
That is a shock.
That was for Doug Williams. That was for Mr. Brexit there.
It's not for Doug Williams. I don't think Marty Scurll cares whether Doug Williams is upset, does he? Scurll's going for a cover on Coffey. Another entrant going to make their way in shortly.
Come on, Moose.
Introducing entrant number 8, Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne, Dave, is a man that Eric Bischoff personally brought into WCPW. He's kind of like an unknown commodity here, but if you've been following British wrestling, this guy is a man to watch, and the Bruiserweight may just be one of those hidden secrets that WCPW have inflicted on 14 other men. This guy's as tough as they come.
Got something to prove as well, does Dunne, to being on the losing end against El Ligero in that triple threat match at Stacked. Coffey and Dunne having some words. These two are just powerhouses. Dunne and Coffey exchanging shoulder blocks. Scurll and El Ligero still in there as well. We've had 8 of the 15 competitors enter this one. 4 of those 8 already eliminated.
And you forget the explosiveness of Joe Coffey until you see things like that. And don't forget, this guy can fly. We've seen him go to the top. I mean, this guy's Joe Coffey is definitely going to be one to beat in this match. But Marty Scurll's a man on a mission. He wants that match with Kurt Angle.
Don't forget, of course, Coffey's arch nemesis, the Primate, is still to come among the remaining 7 competitors. Dunne now taking the fight to Scurll. El Ligero and Coffey going at it in the corner. Coffey with that superior strength.
Come on, Moose.
Oh, Scurll could be in trouble.
Oh,
he is. What a scalp for Pete Dunne.
Marty Scurll has been eliminated.
The Bruiserweight eliminates the villain. That is an enormous win for Pete Dunne. Dunne is now being very quickly double teamed. Ligero and Coffey looking to cut off whatever momentum he may have gained from that elimination of Scurll. Entrant number 9 going to join us very shortly.
Introducing entrant number 9, Mr. Brexit, Indestructible, Doug Williams.
And if I haven't already told you all the reasons Doug Williams is so great, let me give you another one. And that's because the most televised British professional battle royal take place in 20 years. It's the NGW Destiny Rumble, and guess who won the last one?
It was Doug Williams.
Doug Williams eliminated. Well, I'm not going to say who he. Oh look! Oh.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by his choice of newspaper. Unbelievable.
What a smart move. Let the other guys beat the hell out of each other, go in there, pick the bones. Williams is just, he really is a man that every movement he makes, every comment he makes is a political statement.
It's certainly a statement of some kind, the fact that he won't even get in the ring at the moment. Maybe he doesn't feel like a veteran of his prestige has to actually participate.
And what's Ligero? He can't even speak English.
Well, he's not missing much with that newspaper. Williams with the forearms to the face. And Williams still hasn't got in the ring yet, you know.
Well, are you trying to say that's a bad thing? The longer you spend on the outside, the more energy you reserve. And look at this, bloody Iron Man. Oh, he's going for that. Oh, could he?
He went for a cover, didn't get it. Williams, against his will, has ended up in the ring.
Remember, Coffey's the only person who so far has eliminated somebody via pinfall, and he went for a second there on Dunne. And Doug is just proficient in so many different ways. But a great judo background, Doug Williams, won titles, I've mentioned it before, former TNA X Division champion, TNA Tag Team champion, Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling champion, Noah Tag Team champion.
What's Ligero doing? Sorry to interrupt your reciting of the CV there.
You're not sorry.
No, I'm not. El Ligero was trying to have a read of the newspaper.
Oh, can you imagine if it was Moose now when Doug's in the ring? That'd be... Oh.
Now this is going to be interesting. What Joe Hendry are we going to get in the wake of what happened between him and Connors?
I'm expecting a broken man.
Introducing entrant number 10, the local hero, Joe Hendry.
Well, Hendry and Williams back and forth here. But what psychological state must Joe Hendry be in? Because he was so close to that WCPW champion, and not only did he lose that belt, but he lost his tag team partner, all within moments of each other, and I think he lost some of his credibility in this company as a result. He got suckered, Dave.
The only person who lost credibility in that situation was Joseph Connors. Hendry had been nothing but a loyal tag partner, particularly in recent times after some early hiccups, and Connors, frankly, should be ashamed of himself.
Sorry, my earpiece must be playing up because I heard total gibberish. Are you saying that the new WCPW champion lost credibility by winning the WCPW title? Did you just say that?
He didn't lose credibility as a competitor, he lost credibility as a human being.
That's losing credibility.
Yeah, well, Pete Dunne is not amused, is he?
I'll tell you what that is, that's a load of broadsheet.
Ligero.
See what I did?
What?
I said that's a load of broadsheet. It was like a...
Oh, I see. It sounded a bit like another word. The Daily Mail's not a broadsheet though, so it doesn't really work. But keep on plugging away at the jokes, eh? Coffey has backed the referee into a corner. El Ligero and Pete Dunne, after that newspaper warfare, I think we'll call it, continuing to battle each other in one corner.
And look, the Scots against each other, Glasgow versus Edinburgh on the other side of the ring, with Coffey versus Hendry. And while we go, look at this alliance. And I'll tell you what, yeah, I like it. Pete Dunne reminds me of a young Doug Williams. Not that young, because Doug's not that old.
Well, he's not quite as whiny as Doug Williams has been recently, but I guess overall he'll take the compliment.
Introducing entrant number 11 from Leeds. This is Rampage.
Oh no! Rampage recently returning to WCPW after being injured at the hands of Big Damo. Rampage, I think, fulfilled one of his two objectives at Stacked. He got his revenge on Big Damo. just beating lumps out of the former champion, but was unable to win the title in the process.
I mean, this is a big difference maker. Rampage Brown may just be the biggest difference maker in this whole thing. I mean, he's angry, he's going for Dave.
Yeah, powerbomb on Pete Dunne, and that will be all.
I thought he was going for the pile driver.
Has been eliminated.
I was going to ask, was the pile driver banned, and in mid-air he turned that into the powerbomb, and how effective was that?
It was enough to eliminate the bruiserweight. El Ligero on the shoulders.
Samoan drop.
Rampage staring a hole through El Ligero, and the entire complexion of this contest has changed since Rampage made his entrance. Williams going for the opportunistic pin attempt on the Mexican sensation. Was unsuccessful. Don't forget El Ligero's been in there since the very beginning of the match.
Well, actually, he was number 2. Martin Kirby was number 1, and then he was illegally eliminated.
Are you still bothered by that?
In my mind, Kirby is still technically in this match.
There's lots of things going on in your mind that aren't entirely factual, but number 2 and number 1 do both start the match, by the way.
Yeah, but one of them gets in the ring first.
Yes.
So he was in the ring the longest.
Sorry, I should have realised this was a concept too difficult for you to understand. Rampage and Williams.
Oh, the count's on, Dave.
I think a pretty fierce battle.
Come on, I'm getting my wallet out. Is it time for Moose?
Introducing entrant number 12 from Moose Nation, Moose.
I shouldn't normally like Moose. He's got a great attitude. He likes the fans. But who is going to eliminate this man, Dave? I stand to make thousands out of this.
At 310 pounds, he is the largest man announced for this contest. That's Big Damo!
Oh,
Big Damo! And well, that's obviously it's Prospect with him. Prospect and Big Damo. Still wearing those ludicrous masks. What is this? What is this? Moose has been kidnapped, effectively, by Lucas Archer and Drake El Draco.
Oh my God, I'm so confused about how to feel. I mean, I love Big Damo and I love Mexican wrestling, but I'd about $1,000 on Moose.
Well, you've got your just desserts. You were singing the praises of these lost perspectiva early on.
And look at this, Damo and Brown.
Is this going to be allowed to stand? Oh, Rampage doesn't care. Rampage is just going to try and batter Big Damo, but Prospect aren't even in this.
And this referee's about as much use as a chocolate teapot.
You know, after their actions tonight, you've got to think these two idiots are going to be suspended for, double or triple the time. I hope so, anyway. But Rampage is sent flying when he hits the ground.
Rampage has been eliminated.
What insane circumstances for Rampage to be eliminated. Big Damo is not in this match.
Hold on a second. Explain to me how it's now insane that Rampage is eliminated by someone who's not in the match, when Martin Kirby got eliminated by somebody who was no longer in the match, you had no problem with it.
I didn't say I don't have a problem with it. I'm just not going to dwell on it for the rest of my life like you seem to be.
Look at this, Rampage. No respect for the history of Mexican wrestling, but
shut up.
He is a one-man Rampage.
Mexican wrestling. More to the point, Rampage and Big Damo still have unfinished business, so we don't know what's happened to Moose. I thought for a minute Big Damo was going to take his spot, but it seems like the entire mission was just to eliminate Rampage.
I tell you what, this is why you've always got to have a plan B, and if Moose doesn't come back out here, my plan B is EC3.
So there are only 3 competitors still to enter. Moose was supposed to be number 12, so we know Primate still to come, we know EC3 as well. And the first of those 3 remaining will be with us in 5 short seconds. Coffey and Hendry battling in a corner, Williams and El Ligero opposite them.
Okay, we're still on.
Introducing entrant number 13 from Boca Raton, Florida, Ethan Carter EC3.
What an entrance!
You know, Kurt Angle has competed against EC3 on numerous occasions over in TNA, and he has never pinned or submitted Ethan Carter III. In fact, Carter won his first TNA World title by beating, you guessed it, Kurt Angle.
I didn't just guess it, I said it earlier. That is why he is my second pick. And seeing as my first pick has been impounded somewhere, it's already been taken to a zoo the size of that moose, I'm going with EC3. I mean, he's got Kurt Angle's number. And Joe Hendry, I mean...
This is an interesting little face-off. Hendry and EC3. Competing for the chance, the support of the crowd.
Yeah, but listen, this crowd, normally they'd be on the side of Hendry, but they can sense Hendry has been broken by Joe Connors, and now he's going to be broken by EC3. Oh.
Well, yeah, Hendry goes to the outside again, though, like earlier. That one wasn't over the top rope, so Hendry not eliminated, but he went for the handshake with EC3 and should not have trusted the former two-time TNA World Champion. There's Coffey and EC3 going at it now.
And is it my imagination, Dave Bradshaw, or is EC3 displaying an aggression that we didn't see in that three-way last time? I mean, look, he wants it.
I mean, EC3 wasn't pinned, but of course you don't need to be pinned to lose a triple threat match. El Ligero pinned Pete Dunne to win that one, and Carter, I think he is frustrated that he didn't win his WCPW debut.
Well, WCPW is what the wrestling world's talking about now, so a win here and then a win against Kurt Angle, man, that will give him some big leverage in his next TNA contract negotiation.
Entrant 14 of 15 on the way.
Introducing entrant number 14, Liam Slater.
I've been so impressed with Liam Slater since his debut here as part of a tag team with Johnny Moss. They won their debut match here in WCPW. Moss unfortunately been injured, so it's stacked. Slater had to team with Gabriel Kidd. Didn't win that second match, but Slater, very impressive, particularly because he fought most of that match with a bloodied nose.
But don't forget also, look at this giant swing here by Joe Coffey. What I was going to say is don't forget that Rampage Brown took a massive toll on everybody else in this ring, which... hold on. What's he got here?
Yeah, Ligero.
No way.
Oh, look at the strength.
My God.
Look at the power of that mighty wrestler, Joe Coffey. Coffey has a Boston crab.
And don't forget you can submit. I mean, you can submit in this, and it looks like Slater's just... Ligero's going for the...
Yeah, Ligero with the kick to the head.
That may have been a big mistake from the Mexican sensation. Don't forget, Ligero got dropped in his head earlier by Joe Connors, and another one there. And Coffey, I've got to tell you, this may just be, like they call it muscle memory. When you train your body and you have certain muscle memory. Well, as you become more proficient as a wrestler, you develop muscle memory. And one muscle memory that you develop is to break up pinfall attempts. And in this match, it's actually to your disadvantage.
I think after Ligero did it to Coffey, Coffey wanted payback. I don't think he minded that it temporarily broke up a pinfall. Again though, let's not forget, El Ligero has been in there since the very start of the match, and he's still in there as the 15th man enters. Or is he? Oh, no, he's not! No, he's not!
Has been eliminated. Introducing the 15th and final entrant from parts unknown, weighing in at 250 pounds, the Primate!
So I spoke too soon about El Ligero. He might be grateful to be out of there though, because here comes the animalistic Primate.
God, he suplexed him out of his boots not once but twice. And Liam Slater's almost become like a human punch bag for this animal Primate. And he's setting up for that spear.
Slater doesn't know what's hit him.
Slater's struggling to move.
Oh God, look at that spear! Unreal! And we've seen this before. Primate used this to knock out Grado at Stacked. But those elbows are brutal.
Well, we found a fourth way he can be eliminated.
Slater has been eliminated.
Over the top rope, pinfall, submission, and being knocked unconscious.
Yeah, I don't think Slater gave up. I think you're right. I think that was a referee's decision there. A technical knockout. Primate now is going on to face Doug Williams. We don't even know where Primate's from. Do you think Williams considers him an import?
But Dave, look what we've got. It's a war that just will not end in WCPW, and it's made it into the Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble. The Iron Man Joe Coffey against Primate continues.
Yeah, Hendry's getting involved. Joe Hendry, local hero. I think Primate was going for a spear. He didn't really get it all on Coffey, but it was enough to knock him down.
Yeah, Hendry kind of got in the way of that one. I would have just let those guys burn themselves out. Oh, look, Doug's going to eliminate Hendry. Oh, Hendry's gone.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Joe Hendry is holding on. Williams celebrating too early. And Williams sent to the outside, not over the top rope. He's still in. We are down to 5 men in this Invitational Rumble. The winner goes on to... Oh, God, low blow by EC3.
And I'll tell you what, my wallet pulsated as he hit that, and that is it.
The 1%er by EC3. There's the black coffee. And a spear. Each man hitting their signature move. Coffey has been pinned by Primate.
He did it.
Coffey has been eliminated.
Talk about settling a score. Primate has pinned Joe Coffey.
The stakes could not have been higher. And Primate could not have picked a better moment to get his revenge. Coffey wanted to face Kurt Angle so desperately, and now he won't.
Kurt Angle is just 3 other men away, but unfortunately there was a fourth element, and it was that steel post. And look at Hendry now. He's going for that fall-away slam. Oh, is he gonna... No way, over the... Oh, and he does, over the top.
Wow. Primate
has been eliminated.
Primate from glory to despair in less than a minute.
He went for that Chaos Theory, that rolling German suplex. Hendry ducks it, comes round, DDT, and look, Doug Williams lands straight on his head.
Absolutely planted there. Williams has been knocked silly.
Oh no.
What? Did you get him?
Doug
Yeah, he got him. He got him.
has been eliminated.
Doug Williams is out after a brutal DDT.
Joe Hendry and EC3.
That's it, chuck him in.
Well, Carter was going for the win. You've got money on Carter, right?
I have got my... Can we just not mention this? This is tense.
Hendry with multiple clotheslines. Whatever EC3 does, however he charges at Hendry, he's being knocked down. Carter off the ropes, and Carter with a shoulder block. Not once, but twice. Suddenly, Carter is taking advantage. Oh, hang on, Carter picking him up and slamming him down. This is kind of reminiscent, Alex, of John Cena and those 5 moves of doom.
Well, you've got to believe that both of these men have studied Kurt Angle in preparation for this, and one of the biggest of those matches was against John Cena. Yeah, look, he is.
5-knuckle shuffle by EC3. And now are we going to see, looks like we're going to see the attitude adjustment maybe.
Oh, he went for the stunner. Steve Austin.
Oh, well, what's this? Carter? No way. Carter has taken off his wristband. Obviously a reference here to the People's Champion, The Rock, the man who Kurt Angle beat for his first WWE World title. Hendry moved, no one home.
Oh, Angle slam! Angle slam!
Angle slam by Joe Hendry.
No, wait.
And he's out. Carter is out. Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's going to face Kurt Angle.
Eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match and facing Kurt Angle on October the 6th, the
could be no better way of getting right back in the saddle after what happened at Stack for Joe Hendry than by outlasting 14 other men to win the Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble. And now Joe Hendry versus Kurt Angle is coming up at Refuse to Lose.
Outside of sitting next to you each and every week, there are two things in this world that I hate the most. Number one is losing money, and number two is being proven wrong. And as EC3 walks to the back, Dave, it's a reality. Joe Hendry is going to take on Kurt Angle. Man, what a story.
On the 6th of October in Newcastle upon Tyne, it will be the local hero versus the Olympic hero, Joe Hendry versus Kurt Angle, in a match that may just make Joe Hendry into an international superstar. For Alex Shane, this is Dave Bradshaw saying goodnight from WCPW Loaded.